Hello, and welcome back to the Building Your Life After Traumatic Brain Injury channel here on YouTube. I'm happy to see that you decided to stop by to watch this video presentation. Thank you. To read today's article, I'll put my glasses back on and bring up the article. I want to thank you for your time. Here's the article: Living with a Traumatic Brain Injury and a Decision That Changed My Life. Living with a traumatic brain injury faces us with many decisions. In today's article, I would like to share a decision that changed my life, a decision that helped me to break free from the notion that my life was stuck, that my life was linked to and limited by what I could not change. Breaking free from the belief that I could do nothing to change the course of my life. A decision that helped me to discover that I no longer had to stay stuck by focusing on what I could not change to start working on what I could change. A decision that helped me to realize that I could reset the course of my life. The power of my decision. In the process of making this decision, something became very clear to me. I had more power than I realized. And this power gave me the freedom to no longer see myself as merely a survivor of my traumatic brain injury and my circumstances. Below are several awarenesses that changed my life. The mindset of merely a survivor. What I discovered was that by having a mindset of a survivor, I focused on what I could no longer do with my life. What I discovered was that by having the mindset of a survivor, I nurtured a victim mentality. What I discovered was that by having a mindset of a survivor, I bought into the notion that I was limited by my limitations and deficits. What I discovered was that by having the mindset of a survivor, I did not consider the possibilities of what I could do with my life. What I discovered was that by having the mindset of a survivor, I bought into the notion that I deserved to be labeled, stereotyped, and stigmatized. What I discovered was that by having the mindset of a survivor, I bought into the notion that I deserved to be kept in a box given by a label, a stereotype, and a stigmatization. What I discovered was that by having the mindset of a survivor, I traded my opinion of what I could accomplish with what the professional and provider community told me I could or could not accomplish. What I discovered was that by having the mindset of a survivor, I never considered that I had other options. I never realized that I could create a good life despite my circumstances, deficits, and limitations. Today's thought. We can move beyond the box of a system that by design seeks to define who we are as individuals. Define who we are as individuals through a diagnosis, a treatment plan, and a prognosis. We can move beyond the mindset that leads us to believe that we are limited as survivors. We can move beyond the mindset that leaves us feeling like prisoners in our own skin. We can move beyond the mindset that perpetuates a stereotype and a stigmatization that leaves us questioning ourselves. We can live our lives beyond the mindset that keeps us focused on our limitations. We can move beyond the mindset that leads us to believe that we have few choices. We can move beyond the mindset that minimizes and marginalizes who we are as individuals. We can move beyond the mindset that dismisses, discounts, and does not take us seriously. We can move beyond the mindset that shows us little respect and serves to offer us little hope. We no longer have to remain trapped by a survivor mindset. We can live our lives beyond the confines of a diagnosis, a treatment plan, and a prognosis. We can live beyond the grasp of a stereotype and a stigmatization, societal stigmatization. We can live beyond the voices that seek to undermine our hopes, dreams, and destinies. Here are several quotes that help me to realize that I am more than merely a survivor. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. Because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do something that I can do. Again, I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do something that I can do. And that's by Helen Keller. The next quote, insist on yourself, never imitate your own gift. You can present every moment with the cumulative force of a whole life's cultivation. But of the adopted talent of another, you have only an extemporaneous half possession. Do that which is assigned to you, and you cannot hope too much or dare too much. And that's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. The next quote, history has demonstrated that the most notable winners usually encountered heartbreaking obstacles before they triumphed. They won because they refused to become discouraged by their defeats. That's by B.C. Forbes. The next quote, regardless of your lot in life, you can build something beautiful on it. And that's by Zig Ziglar. The next quote, don't judge your day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. That's right, Robert Louis Stevenson. Next quote, do what you can with what you have where you are. That's by Theodore Roosevelt. Absorb what is useful, reject what is useless, and add specifically your own creation. That's by Bruce Lee. Next quote, if you advance confidently in the direction of your dreams and endeavor to live the life that you have imagined, you will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. And that's by Henry David Thoreau. I will prepare and someday my chance will come. And that's by Abraham Lincoln. The next quote, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. And that's Zig Ziglar. Decision is the spark that ignites action. Until a decision is made, nothing happens. That's by Wilfred A. Peterson. The next quote, our circumstances are not meant to keep us down, but they are meant to build us up. And that's by Craig J. Phillips, MRCBA. Myself. The next quote, sometimes adversity is what you need to face in order to become successful. Zig Ziglar. The next quote is, in my experience, I have found that adversity is what has made me successful because I refuse to give up because of adversity. And that is also a quote that I wrote, Craig J. Phillips, MRCBA. The next quote, here's to the crazy one, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify them, or vilify them. But the only thing you cannot do is ignore them because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius because the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do, and that's by Steve Jobs. The next quote, be the change you want to see in the world by Mahatma Gandhi. And the last quote, do not wait for leaders, do it alone, person to person by Mother Teresa. This is the end of the video presentation of the article. I want to thank you again for your time. Before I go, let me share something that I too need to remember. Please do not give up on yourself. A loving God or a process, because more will be revealed to you and to me with time. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. I'll say so long for now. Have a great day, and God bless both you and your family. So long now.